Okay. Well, speaking of events, we should probably mention that this coming weekend is Game Over in the Dominican Republic. And there's a few players who are heading out there. I've already seen like Christatarian is going to make it out there. So they're definitely, obviously this is the DR scene where Kaba and DR Ray and Hochi Focus and of course Mena RD are all from. And so this has been going on for a couple of years now, if I'm not mistaken. Game Over was there last year and everything like that. So this is going to be a ranking event in the Dominican. It's a ranking event, right?
That sounds right. I think it's a ranking event.
Look it up
it's not a premiere for sure. But yeah, you look it up. I think so.
Yeah. But we'll be there as well.
Woo!
Yep,
Yes.
We're going to be doing there. Yep, it is a ranking event coming up this weekend. We'll be there doing commentary for Street Fighter, and among other games, right?
Yeah, we'll be doing, I think, Dragon Ball and Injustice, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, I'm really excited. The scene, the Dominican scene, has been, it feels like the kind of hot topic scene to talk about since Mena won Capcom Cup, which makes sense. It doesn't feel like very long ago when I didn't know anybody from the Dominican Republic. I knew players who had moved from DR to the US, you know, but I didn't know anybody who's living in DR. So I think it's super cool to see that everybody else now knows.
Right.
Obviously they've been playing fighting games, just that the rest of the world, at least I didn't know about it. So yeah, very, very, very cool. And I hope that there's a good showing from the players. I'm sure I'm sure it'll be good. They have such talent.
Yeah, but definitely heard that there was, I saw a few other people slated to go there. It was like Javits going to be there too, I think. I can't remember.
Well, Javits is in Dominican Republic, but only because it's not for the tournament. Basically.
Oh, okay, so he's
for
actually just
stuff.
in. Oh, okay, gotcha.
And not in the same city either.
Okay. But for sure, I saw Christatarian will be there, and there's going to be other few big names that are going to be out there as well. But, obviously the focus is going to be on if DRA plays. I know he's been busy recently and stuff, but, especially Hochi Focus, Mena RD, and Kaba.
Yeah. So. What I'm also looking forward to is seeing who else they have. Because when I've talked with Mena, he always says, look, these guys are not all we have. Like, he always talks about how the rest of the scene is stronger.
Right.
So I'm really curious about that. And, Mena, I don't know if you saw this recently, but he put on Twitter a picture of him teaching Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And he said 40 people were in the class.
Right.
So
super cool.
That's amazing. And I really hope that is helping bring new people into the scene and helping level up the existing players and producing more talent. That's it's very, very cool for him to give back in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mena RD, I mean, he's a young guy too.
Yeah,
so
he's a
to be
teenager.
able to take this kind of role is very impressive.
Agreed.
It's going to be very impressive. So.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, we'll be there. I'm not sure what the stream is. Actually, let me see if I got an email about that in the past 2 hours.
Sure, no problem.
Oh, maybe I did. Hold
on. Let me see.
No, it did not. So my bad. But we will definitely talk about what stream to watch and when to watch it in the coming days.
And of course, after that, the next week after that, we'll be in Texas for Texas Showdown.
Dang, is that consecutive weekends?
Dang.
It
is. Because that was supposed to be when Avengers first came out. We were supposed to be in Texas. Then they moved it a week earlier, and now we're going to be in the Dominican Republic.
How's that? I don't know how that's related.
That's how I know that they were back-to-back weekends.
Okay, all right.
The Avengers got moved from Texas Showdown weekend to the Game Over weekend.
All right.
And in fact, we fly out super early on Friday morning. I'm going to try to see Avengers at midnight on Thursday. So,
our flight so we go to Miami first, then to Santo Domingo. Our flight from out of Miami is number 1337. It's the LEAP plane.
We're on the LEAP plane?
We're on the LEAP plane, James.
On the LEAP plane? Oh my God. Oh, that's funny.
That made me happy.
Okay.
Anyway. What do you got? I guess let's just go to the news.
Sure. Did you manage to see the E-League reality show?
I was there watching. Well, my stream was on.
Okay.
Look, man, it was tough. All right, it was tough.
You have a problem with that kind of thing in general, though, right?
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah. You have that weird, uncomfortable, like watching people do like weird, cringy things, and
you're right. Yeah. Unless it's like some constructed comedy where I like know it's not real.
Right. Like for example, you're probably not one of those people who enjoys watching the first few weeks of American Idol where like
Horrible.
the singers are like bad and everything.
Can't take it.
Yeah. See, I have other friends who are like exactly like that.
I hate the feeling.
I remember one of my ex-coworkers from Symantec, when Justin was on that reality show, he was like, he tried to watch it and he's like, I can't do it.
I was the same exact way.
Yeah.
Same exact way. I've had a few people who I know have been on reality shows so far, not just from the FGC, but like a buddy of mine in college was on one of those things where they like put you on a first date with somebody random. It was like on an MTV show or whatever.
Blind date or whatever.
Whatever it was called. It was horrible. I hated it. Everyone else thought it was funny. I just couldn't take it. My cousin was on whatever the show was called, America's Next Top Model.
Oh, okay.
That was tough to watch. It's just, I don't like seeing people in those situations. It's very frustrating to me.
Interesting.
But
okay.
So my view of it, I'm sure, is colored by that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I found it tough to watch. Okay. That's my best recap. What about you?
Nice. I actually didn't get a chance to see it.
Okay.
I did not see it, so unfortunately I cannot say anything about it. Apparently LTG was the first one taken out.
I heard
and
about
Rob
that.
TV took him out. Like I saw the clip too, because Rob TV was like, I've beaten Sherry most of the time at like tournaments or whatever, blah blah blah, but I need to prove there's only one content creator on here or something like that, blah blah blah. And he's like, I've gotten top 8 at tournaments before, and he's like, you haven't done anything LTG, so I'm gonna take you out. And so apparently Low Tier God's out in the first week already.
Yeah. However, what I've heard was that he doesn't get kicked out of the house. That he's like, he's like still there in some capacity. Please correct me if that's wrong, because I didn't make it through the whole thing.
But then also,
I did see. I mean, so it wasn't all bad. There were parts when they were introducing the players where they talked about like the player's mom and families and stuff. So I like that. I think that's great. I think it's great to have more personality behind the players and get to know them a little bit better. Even some of them I have known for years, but like not on like a super close level. I didn't know some of the things that were talked about in the show. So I think that's very cool.
Okay, cool.
I also did notice that it seemed like whenever they were playing a game, it was like not the game. It was like, here's a 2 second clip.
They kept skipping. They
never showed the game. Yeah. So I think that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, even
seems like
when
a
they
chance
were playing,
to help people watch games.
It started, and then all of a sudden they would cut away and cut back, and it's already clearly much later in the match. And I mean, there was a couple of things that I saw that were kind of weird. Like I said, I didn't see the show. I just saw from other people. But like in the LTG Rob match, first thing that LTG does is use the V skill.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And you hear Tasty Steve. He's like, oh, it traits up. Right. You know, traits up. Like he activated the trait.
Yeah, like from Injustice, but applying to SFI. Not uncommon.
Right. So he traits up, right? And then Sage was like, yeah, it traits up right away. And then there's a little graphic on the screen that shows up that said, trades up.
Oh,
like
boy.
with TRADES, trades up. And it's like both players taking damage, but you took less damage than your opponent did or whatever like that. And so like they didn't even explain the term.
No, they just got it wrong.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. I'm looking at you, Roach King Styes. Is that you? Let me know. I'll wag my finger. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's like a giant deal because it's...
But I mean, it's just like...
But it's not great. Yeah.
Right? I mean, to me...
Inaccurate.
To me, that's kind of like more of a... Like, it's more of a foul to me than a lot of other things.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because
like, you're trying so hard to teach people these games or whatever like that, and then you teach them wrong. Like, it gets, like, for me, especially as the kind of guy who's been, like, trying so hard to, like, make it, like, even when we're at EVO, I'm like, tweet me if you don't know the phrases we're talking about, and I try to explain everything, and, like, to see it explained incorrectly like that just really kind of hurts me a little bit.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you want to just make it, that's what we say now? We're just going to say trade up.
Dude, we should just do that.
Just do that. We'll do that in Dominican Republic this weekend.
Okay. So if two people hit the moves, it'd be like, oh, look, men already got the trade up.
Yep, he puts the banana out.
Yeah.
He traded up.
Oh, man. Okay.
So I can't speak that much about it just because I just didn't get through it. But I'm certainly happy for my friends who are there.
Right.
Or who are currently there. It's happening contemporaneously.
Yeah, right. Obviously, Rob TV was just playing at Clutch this weekend, so it's all good. Everybody knows.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I'm happy for them. I think it's great. It's a great opportunity for some of them. Very cool to see that happen. So from that side of things, I'm happy. It's like the same thing when Justin was on whatever show it was, when my cousin was on the show she was on. Like I'm happy for them that they're on this thing that gets them nationwide attention. I think that's really great.
How far did your cousin get on Top Model?
Oh, I think she got 4th or 5th.
Oh, really?
Something like that. Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff. Okay.
It didn't, I mean, she has a modeling career. She's like doing stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't think that is necessarily what did it for her though. Like it didn't help her out as much as she was hoping for. But she later did have she's built a kind of modeling career for herself. So.
Okay. Let's see. Any event stuff going on here?
Honestly, I don't remember what season. That was a long time ago. Is it like, I feel like that's like 10 years ago.
Which one?
Is that possible?
America's Top Model? Oh, okay. That was the cousin that showed up to EVO one year, right? Just for like a day.
I don't think so.
Oh, or is it not that cousin? You had a cousin who showed up randomly one time at EVO for just like a day, and then she just disappeared.
You're thinking of my roommate.
Well, I know Del Marie showed up one time.
But
I thought there was somebody else one time that was your cousin who showed up.
I may be misremembering, man. I honestly don't.
Okay.
Anyway, it was a while back. I don't know. Just just Google David Graham's cousin. It's not gonna get you anywhere.
It's not gonna help at all. It's not gonna help at all.
I'm not gonna. Don't be creeps.
Right. All right. Moving on to the next topic, you saw that both Kachitagari TV as well as Topanga sent out their tier lists of Street Fighter V 3.5 currently. Surprisingly, very similar to each other.
Oh, okay. I only saw the one.
Very similar. So Kachitagari, I'll say them first, and then I'll go to the Topanga list. But both of them, only 2 characters in A tier. Cammy and Akuma.
Okay.
No Minot.
No Minot.
No Minot. Interesting. But they both have them in B. So Kachitagari has Minot, Birdie, and Guile in B.
Wow.
And same thing with Topanga. Exact same B list.
Wow.
Yeah, so obviously they think Cammy, Akuma, Minot, Birdie, and Guile are the best characters.
I guess.
Birdie.
I'm very surprised.
Birdie, right? I mean, he even got nerfed a little, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there were rumors that people thought he was too good after Mena won Capcom.
Right.
I didn't think that was real. I definitely didn't think he was too good. What I mean is that I didn't think people really thought he was too good.
Right.
But maybe they did, because he got nerfed, and there he is in top 5.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange to me. I was surprised to see that. And, I joked with High Fight. I was like, I guess there has to be a reason why Mena already beat Takedo or something, because...
Spicy.
Jeez. Interesting. Now, here's where things stay the same, even though slightly divergent.
Okay.
So, Kachitagari in C tier has Ibuki, Nakali, Urien, Abigail, M. Bison, and Armika, right? And then the other guys have Ibuki, Nakali, and Armika. So they do not have Urien, Abigail, and M. Bison in there. However, Urien, Abigail, and Bison are exactly 1 tier lower. So they're sitting down there. And what's interesting is that Kachitagari TV has Colleen, Karen, Ken, Rashid, and Balrog in D tier.
Okay.
And those exact 5 characters are also in the other D tier, with just those Urien, Abigail, and M. Bison moved down there.
So all they did is they have the same exact 4th tier, but they moved 3 of the characters that the other one had above it into that tier.
Yeah, so it was...
So they have the same
C and D are the exact same characters.
Well, A, B, C, and D have exactly the same list.
Yeah.
Just in very slightly different arrangement.
Just with 3 characters moved from a C to a D.
How about that?
Yeah, so it's very interesting. And then E, they have Zangief, Zeku, Laura, Nash, Chun-Li, Dhalsim, and Blanca. And Zeku, Zangief, Laura, Nash, Chun-Li, Dhalsim, Blanca, Jury for the other group. But mostly important is who do they have at F, right?
Who sucks?
Ed, Vega, Ryu, Sakura, Alex, Jury, and Fang.
Okay.
And then Ed, Vega, Ryu, Sakura, Alex, and Fang. So really, the only difference I think is just Jury.
Jury, yeah.
Jury is just moved up. So two very, very similar lists.
Very similar, absolutely.
Yeah.
How about that? It's curious to see that it is so similar. I wonder how often those guys all talk about things to have such a similar opinion, because it's rare that people have such similar opinions without having really talked about it a lot with each other.
Yeah, but it's interesting to me because, you know, I mean, like, I never thought Fang was that bad, but that V reversal nerf
That sucks.
can really hurt him that badly. But I don't even know if I still think he's bottom tier. Like I said,
I would not have him bottom.
I don't think Sakura is bottom tier.
Agreed.
I don't even think Ed is bottom tier, right?
A little bit less committal about that.
Vega, Ryu, Alex.
Yeah, they're down there.
Yeah.
They're down there. But I do think that Dhalsim is better than this is listed. So what I don't like, I think primarily about this, is that it splits it up into 5 tiers, 6 tiers. I really think that's too many.
Right.
I really think it's not that, there's not that much disparity. So I'm not sure that I disagree terribly much with, you know, which characters are sort of broadly on the higher end, broadly on the lower end. What I think I disagree with is that I don't think there's like a clear top 2. I don't think there's a clear top 5. I think it's a lot closer than that. I mean, so that's all I think I would really change.
Yeah, and a lot of these lists too, I would also switch Birdie and Abigail. I think Abigail is still very strong.
Agreed.
I think he's better than Birdie.
Oh, I definitely think he's better than Birdie.
And I would move him up there. So.
Yeah, I don't think Birdie's a bad character, but yes, I do think Abigail's better.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there who think Akuma is still like the best character in the game.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even think he was the best character in season 2.
I'm with you, buddy.
Right. So personally, I think the best 2 characters are Cammy and Minot right now. So
bingo.
I think
we talk about it a lot. That's why we have the same opinions.
Yeah. Maybe.
We do. We speak about it. We don't agree on everything, of course.
Right.
Akuma. Look. When it's more than Tokido who wins with Akuma, maybe he will be the best in the game.
Right.
I really think it's Tokido.
And there's a few more Akumas that are inching their way up there.
Dude, there are good Akuma players, absolutely. But nobody is doing what Tokido's doing.
Right. You saw that Haitani's playing Akuma now.
Yes, he is.
It's interesting.
He dropped boring Nikali. Because he's boring.
Because he's boring, yeah. Although he did get a couple new toys at least finally. So
yeah. You can do charging whatever. Yeah,
which is actually really good.
Yeah.
Helps him get in a little bit, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I would put, sort of broadly speaking, I would put Dhalsim higher than that. I would put Sakura higher than that. I would put Zeku higher than that.
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't even have an A tier with 2 characters.
No, definitely
even though
not.
I think Cammy and Minot are the best characters, 2 best characters, I'd still put him in the same tier as probably Guile, Abigail, and Akuma. Like maybe Akuma. I'm still not even sold on Akuma there yet.
Oh, I think I would put him there. I'm not sure I would put Abigail in top 5 anymore, but I definitely think he's top 10 for sure.
Okay.
So, anyway, interesting to talk about. Okay, all right.
Okay. What else do I have here for news? BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle has its roster finalized for EVO. So we know exactly the characters that are going to be showing up, who will be on the initial release. So there's going to be a total of 31 characters, most of them being from BlazBlue, obviously, with 13 characters.
Okay.
There are, let me see, it's like 13 there, and then there is 7 from Persona, 7 from Under Night, and 4 from Ruby.
Right.
So the characters that we're going to have from BlazBlue are Ragna, Jin, Noelle, Rachel, Tager, number 13, Hazama, Makoto, Azriel, S, Platinum, Jubei, and Hakumen.
It's new.
It's new, so new 13, okay. Persona 4 Ultimate is going to have Yu, Narukame, Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, what is that one? Kanji, Aegis, and Naoto.
Okay.
And then from Under Night in Birth, we've got Hyde, Linne, Waldstein, Gordeau, Aurier, Carmine, and Batista.
Cool.
And then from Ruby is going to be Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. So there you go. So that's going to be the official roster for EVO. I know this game has been making rounds a lot at events, and people have had a chance to play it. Arxis has been inviting people to play. I think they just had like Sherry and Don on the show recently to play the game, and so definitely making its rounds right now. But that is who you're going to get in the EVO build. 31 characters.
Tager Waldstein. That was the worst high five.
That's because I wasn't feeling it. Right?
How could you not feel it?
Because I don't like Waldstein, dude.
Tager Waldstein.
Waldstein was like my nemesis, right? Because Waldstein destroyed Nanase. God, I hated that character. Of course, Alioun said it was the opposite, that Nanase destroyed Waldstein, and I still think he's insane.
3-year-old beefs.
I still think he's insane. Even like you talk to Breaker Dave, and he's like, what?
Of course.
Yeah. Anyways, Injustice 2 had a surprise random patch.
It did.
That just came out. What do you know about it? Like, I know you follow it a little bit.
I sure
more.
do. It had some interesting changes. Yes, Tager Waldstein did win the Anime Ascension tournament. Yes, it was very cool to see. Injustice 2, Firestorm was the biggest change. They nerfed him to some degree. He is still definitely good. Just for example, Northern Arena series is happening.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see. And Gunshow did really well with Firestorm in there. So I mean, he's still a good character. They did knock him down a little bit. They slightly buffed Deadshot. They slightly buffed Captain Cold.
Both of who needed it too. Right?
I think so too. Yeah. There were very slight changes in there, so like nothing was wild. I think that they did a really good job. What was unusual was just that they didn't mention it beforehand, because NRS
they've been really good about that.
They have become really good about it. So that was really just the only confusing point. People literally just turned on their console and they were downloading a patch and they're like, "Whoa, this is weird."
Right.
And then they went in the lab, and what's funny is that by the time the official patch notes were announced, many of them had actually been found already. Because people were just like fiending for what the little changes were. Go down a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, Black Adam had a significant change, slightly nerfed. Black Manta very slightly nerfed.
Wait, Black Adam got nerfed?
Adam got nerfed very slightly.
Okay.
The lightning projectile that he throws, it used to be that you couldn't easily jump over it, like it would hit in the air a little bit. Now only the first hit hits the air, and after that you can actually jump through. So it's a little bit nerfed.
Okay.
Yeah, Deadshot's slight. Oh yeah, Dr. Fate very slightly nerfed.
Nothing happened to Catwoman?
No, she is
They
the same.
still have not nerfed her at all.
No, they nerfed her a little bit last patch, so it's all right.
Okay.
Oh, Grodd got buffed a little bit.
Okay.
So none of these were like giant things. TMNT got basically like bug fixed more or less.
Okay.
Cool. None of them are giant, but most significantly is that people were worried that Firestorm was going to run away with things at Combo Breaker coming up. And that's probably not going to happen now, because although he's still good, and Firestorm players can definitely still use him and do well, he's not like the bandwagon.
Yeah, I heard before like he could lock you down with the fireball follow-up, the ground laser follow-up, and then trade up, and then still jump at you.
Yeah, he had
and like that doesn't work anymore now.
Yeah, way less time to act. Yeah.
Okay.
He's also not plus on block anymore in some situations where he used to be. So he definitely is a little bit worse, but it's still
that's good. But he's still winning anyway, right?
Still good.
So yeah, that's good. That's good. This is a weird one.
Okay.
Because this game just came out, Puzzle Fighter on mobile.
Okay.
And they're end-of-lifing it.
What?
They're shutting down the servers.
Wasn't that like 3-4 months ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
It was like either this year or late last year for sure.
Yeah, and you know, this is right here showing the problem with digital content, digital gaming, and just, you know, on the games that you have to have the server all the time. Because like a lot of people bought into this, it was pay to win, so a lot of people spend dough on that. Spent a lot of money on this, and now they're just shutting it down. And I don't know if they ever actually gave a reason for it or anything like that, but yeah, they decided to sunset the game, and so they're not going to be doing anything with it anymore. So I don't even know if you can still play it. Like, are they going to make it so it's like offline playable?
Does it say?
It's going to be removed from the iOS, Android stores.
Okay.
Completely. Those currently enjoying the game will receive some farewell gifts. Let's 2 new stages will be available for free. I guess that means you will be able to play it because it would be stupid for them to give gifts and then just kill the game.
That's true.
So I think it'll still be able to play offline, but
Well, this implies to me that it's ending. We thank you for playing the game and hope to ensure your remaining time with Puzzle Fighter is an enjoyable one.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Pretty clear implication.
It sounds
of ending,
bad. So so something saying is nope, you can't play it.
Oh yeah, scroll up a little bit. It did mention July earlier. Yeah, servers will shut down July 31st.
Right.
Wow.
But see, I mean, the servers are shutting down, but see, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't like play the computer or something like that locally. Is what I'm wondering about.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But you know, obviously, you can't do any of the standard stuff for it now. I've never played it, so I don't know the details of how interactive it is with the server. But you know, that's crazy. July 31st, it's getting taken out. So
copyright is in a stupid place right now. It really is. It's so stupid that because of this decision, you won't be able to play the game anymore against people. This is not like the most important game in the world, but there are some games that people have put in innumerable hours, MMOs and the like, that just end sometimes.
Right.
And I mean, that's just a stupid state of the law to be in. To be honest.
It happened in Marvel 3. Remember, it got taken out of the store. You couldn't even download the.
Not it's for sale anymore, but sometimes you just can't play the game.
Oh,
it's just over.
Yeah.
Which I think is just not. It's just not a good place for law to be, like, to allow that.
Right.
You can't continue on yourself, even if you, like, if you were to supply the money for your own servers, you still can't do it. Like, come on.
Which is really cool.
Get it
like
together, law.
The Rising Thunder guys, you know, when they were like, hey, you know what, we're gonna come out with a full offline version, and you can host your own servers.
Yeah.
You know, they just gave away the codes so that people can install their own servers and continue playing it online if they wanted to, and I think that's super cool. So.
They are mensches.
Yeah, so, but, yeah, this whole digital content thing, this is why it's such a big red flag to me, and this is why I still buy physical copies of games and stuff like that.
I get it.
It's terrifying to me. But, yeah, it's totally random that they just decided to take that out. But coming to the Nintendo Switch, weirdly enough, is Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R, which was the recent update, the really random, completely very late update to Accent Core. And yeah, it's just coming to the Switch. So, I mean, that'd be cool. That's a great training mode game. So I think I'd have fun messing around with it on training mode.
Yeah,
on the airplanes and stuff like that. That and 30th anniversary, I'm sure I'll be able to mess with that a bunch too. So
we should get Bluetooth portable joysticks.
I wonder if
that's so good.
I wonder if that would work for like because you're gonna get it on the PC version, right?
Well, I was planning to get it on the Switch and just switch around and just plug in the little USB, but
because I have the adapter that lets me plug in PS4 controllers onto the Switch.
Oh, but physical only.
But physical only, yeah, not Bluetooth. So
I know you can get. So actually, I just read about this I think yesterday that they figured out that there's an exploit on the Switch that makes it so it's like a hardware exploit or something. I don't know, where you can mess with it. It's a security exploit. Okay. But it means that you can do your own homebrew stuff on it in a way that Nintendo cannot fix. They have to fix it moving forward with newly produced Switches. So all of them that are out of there are out now. You can do this thing with. Anyway, so part of that is that people think that they can make it work with Bluetooth because apparently that used to be functionality.
Okay.
So anyway.
I mean, yes, people are right.
Yeah, like Linux and stuff you can run on it.
Obviously, you know, it would cause a little bit of lag if we were doing Bluetooth or whatever like that. But I mean, we're playing on a plane.
Yeah, come on. Man.
Playing Super Turbo Third Strike on a plane, like
what if we both have aisle seats and one of us is like 2 seats in front of the other?
Right.
I'm just like, you know, looking at it around here. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I know, it would be pretty cool. It's like that one time we were playing Smash Brothers on our DSs. Remember, we're like right when it came out, we were playing Smash Brothers on a DS, and a third person randomly joined us, and like awesome. They like waved their like DS. We're like, hey, yeah, that was actually super cool.
They were actually pretty good, if I recall.
Yeah, it was really cool. Funny. But that's actually cool. So,
anyway,
I mean, I don't know. It would be awesome if they could come out with Rev on the Switch though, because training mode all day. Yeah. Vayne Solidor is coming out on Final Fantasy Dissidia in 2 days. The main bad guy to Final Fantasy 12. Remember when I was like, they announced a new character. I was like, oh, who is it? And it was Vayne Solidor. I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm not my favorite Final Fantasy villain. So not my favorite Final Fantasy villain. But he is going to be a new character in 2 days on April 26th. So.
Yeah, we were a couple of grown-ass men playing Smash on a plane, and I'm pretty sure the third person was also a grown-ass
he was
man.
definitely a grown-up. He was definitely a grown-up, so yeah. Dude, what does that even have to do with anything, dude? Like, are they saying grown-ups don't play Smash or whatever like that?
Hey,
get out of here.
Play video games. Did you know it? Did you know it?
It's weird, dude. Speaking of Texas Showdown, that we're going to be there, registration ends tonight. Online registration ends tonight. I don't even know if it's over already. It probably is because it's already like 9:30 over here. Let me see. There might be still May 4th until 9 p.m.
Oh, you got half an hour.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, on the web, online registration.
Right. Because that's
CT.
That's CT, yeah, midnight central. So you got a little bit of time.
By the way, very smart to phrase it as 11:59 p.m. rather than as 12:00. There's some legal issues with that, you know.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little bit, you know. Does that it's more up for interpretation than it should be.
Okay.
It's not like a big deal, but it
sucks.
I always make sure in my contracts to say 11:59:59.
Okay. It was so funny too because like even just someone on Twitter today was talking about, it was like his mom used to drop him off at the arcades, but before she went, she would always play a game.
Okay.
And he was like, I cannot remember the name of the game, but it was like it's like a sit-down racing kind of shooter game where you would shoot at things, and like there was a dragon that looked like Shenron as the boss or whatever like that. And I don't know why, but it just clicked in my head. I was like, Space Harrier? And I looked up the picture, and sure enough, on the side there's this dragon, and I sent him a picture, and he was like, I can't believe you got it so fast.
Dang.
And I was like,
genius.
I can't believe I got it so fast either. It's just, He said it, he's like, shoot down shooter, there's a dragon, and somehow something in my head went,
okay.
Space Harrier, and yeah, dude.
Space Harrier, the classic.
Yeah, dude, that is a classic game right there, so. You don't know Space Harrier?
I may if I saw it.
It's the one where you're on the rocket backpack, you're looking behind him and you're shooting. It's by Sega, and like everything, like it's like that zoom graphics are coming at you. Wow. Okay.
Maybe if I saw it, I just don't.
Okay.